That I am vaccinated, alright. I hope you can see me. My name is Mou'min. First of all, I want to include that I'm happy to know that war in Afghanistan after 20 years have ended. But I also want to include that war has ended. But it doesn't mean that other wars are also ended. There are many other wars that we humans have to fight. But first of all, I want to say war with each other, fighting with each other is not the solution. Okay? Because if we see each other enemies, we will keep fighting with each other for eternity. Okay? This fight will not end if we fight with each other, and we will never invest in ourselves if we keep fighting. So first of all, we have to stop fighting with each other. Second of all, what are the other enemies that humans are facing? Listen, especially I will talk about my continent, Asia. There have been many wars in last 20-30 years, and Asia is obviously could not progress because of the war. But developing governments like India and Pakistan, they also have to realize that we have to come together regarding conflicts. Okay, especially Kashmir conflict. China, Pakistan and India have to talk with each other and solve this conflict. It is not a big problem to solve this Kashmir conflict. We already have our own land. We have already divided the lands. There's a Kashmir, there's a China side of Kashmir, there's the Indian side of Kashmir, there's the Pakistan side of Kashmir. Why don't we just keep our sides? That's the one solution. The second solution is let the people of Kashmir decide. Okay? Have a voting system and let the people decide who they want to be, or either they want to join a country or they want to be like their own independent country. That is also a possibility. But the climate change is very serious, because if we talk about climate change and terrorism, there are more deaths due to climate change than terrorism. There is a report in 2013 that 14 governments have combined and they did a research, and in that research they found out that since 2000 to 2013 there have been around 5 million deaths due to climate change, and whereas from terrorism from 2000 to 2013 there have been 100,000 deaths. That's like 2% of the deaths if compared to climate change. So like 98% deaths are regarding climate change, but the governments are not taking climate change seriously, which is the reason humanity is suffering from basic necessities. But the three main strategies are, right now we have invested in COVID-19, fight against COVID-19, fight against climate change, and fight against inequality. COVID-19 does not discriminate. Okay, we all have seen that how they spread in whole world, and either it is developing or developed countries, either it is rich or poor, all are affected from COVID-19. But if I talk about how the governments are reacting, sadly, it's not enough. But many people are not lucky enough, especially in Asia and Africa. I mean, they are only from 5 to 2% of population in Asia and Africa that are vaccinated. But we need 80% of population to be vaccinated in order to reduce the COVID-19 impact in the future. And that can only happen. But whereas in developed countries, the ratio is 60%, 65% developed countries are vaccinated. So there's a huge gap from developing and developed nations regarding vaccination. We all have to understand that until and unless we vaccinate all humans around the world, the COVID-19 cannot go. Okay, but we have to stop the virus, and even if there is only one person in the world who has virus, the virus will regrow again. Especially, I would request the people of America and the government of America to stop blaming China, because I have researched. I have there's research in University of Milan, Italy, along with US health institutes, that the COVID-19 was already there during period of November 2019. Okay, it was even before the virus was spread in China. So the virus was already there in the sewage water, in the areas where there was a lot of pollution. So blaming China will not solve the climate change issue. Rather, we have to see it in a way that we have to fight the COVID-19 and we also have to fight the climate change. And especially I would want to talk about that China is performing much better than any other country regarding climate change. Especially if you see, they have the highest ratio of afforestation in this year. They have highest numbers of electric cars, and they have highest number of technology investment in technology other than instead of any other country. So we have to appreciate China for investing in technology and fighting climate change, and stop blaming China for the spread of COVID-19, because COVID-19 is the result of climate change. I have been talking about it, that due to air pollution, the PM 2.5 pollutants have been affecting our immune system for years. The effect has appeared in recent years that just our immune system has become so weak that we cannot fight the viruses which we use. Especially in developing countries, there is a huge issue of water pollution, land pollution, especially the basic facilities like toilet and drainage facilities. They are missing in developing countries. We have to help the developing countries regarding drainage and clean water. So I mean, since the last year, there has been a lot of progress in regarding space exploration, because I have been talking about that we have to invest in space exploration, because we cannot just depend on Earth. Okay, we have to spread around other areas, because viruses like COVID-19 or other pandemics or even other due to climate change, the human survival can get in risk. Okay, so in order to protect the human survival, we have to send our people in other areas of this universe. Because if anything happen on Earth, we will still have a hope that there are other humans somewhere in the other planet like Mars or the Moon or space, that they can regrow and continue the humanity. So for that, we have to increase the investment in space exploration, and I want to appreciate that companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic, I mean, they are investing in space exploration better than the government. So governments have to learn from these private companies regarding space exploration and increase the budget for space exploration. This is the plan that I have, how I work for the human development. I mean, this is simply the combination of Sustainable Development Goals of UN by Abraham Maslow. He was a psychologist who presented this, how to develop humans by realizing their basic necessities and their basic motivations, and investing their basic necessities in order to bring them up and in order to increase the efficiency of human development. This diagram, this is basically how we have to work in order to improve the humanity, because this shows that the basic necessities of humanity are clean air, clean water, clean land, and governments have to start from there. People around the world, no matter what ethnicities or what religion or what culture or what race you belong from, they all need clean water, they all need clean roads and drainage systems, they all need basic drainage systems, they all need basic incomes, they all need quality education, quality health and quality law and justice system in order to have a better and quality life. And that is what this research is all about. We have to invest what is basic and what is needed for humanity. But this is basically how I work. If you have any questions, please write in the comments.